Commodity TV here from the new Rohstoffmesse commodity conference here in Munich. And we want to now dive into the uranium sector. And with me here is CEO Thomas Lamb from Myriad Uranium. Thomas, welcome to Munich.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Good. Have you been at Oktoberfest yet?
Well, last night I went out for some beers, so I got started, but I think tonight's going to be the big night.
Great. So, uranium, you are a Canadian listed company, but your projects lie in the United States.
Exactly.
Yeah. The first one is first Copper Mountain in Wyoming.
Yep.
Sounds a little bit like copper, but
I
it's
know.
uranium.
Unfortunately, a lot of people think it's copper, but it's a big uranium project, and it was a producer of uranium during the Cold War.
It has a very interesting history, exploration history, including Union Pacific.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
Yeah, it's surprising. People don't realize, but oil companies and railway companies in the United States historically did a lot of the uranium exploration for various reasons. So Union Pacific Railway, the giant U.S. company, had our project during the 1970s, and they spent $85 million U.S. in today's dollars doing a huge amount of work. They drilled 2,000 boreholes. They discovered 7 deposits and 15 prospects, which are like mini deposits that are going to be, hopefully we'll grow them to large size. And they also planned a large-scale uranium mine at Copper Mountain. It was going to start production in 1983. And so Union Pacific Railway, in partnership with the utility of California, Southern California Edison, they were going to produce a huge amount of uranium from our project. Unfortunately, in 1979, there was a big accident, an accident in Pennsylvania called 3 Mile Island, a famous incident, and that really shut down the U.S. uranium sector. But we have this big, beautiful project in the middle of Wyoming, top jurisdiction, and we're going to bring it back to life.
That's what I wanted to say. So it's one of the best jurisdictions for
It
uranium. Is. So what's going on there on the first Copper Mountain project?
Yeah, well, about 11 months ago, we drilled 34 holes into the very center of the project. We wanted to verify the historical work. And we got amazing results. We did better than the historical work. We knew that they were conservative in the 1970s. So we have their data, and we did better. Then we sent our rocks and core samples and chips to the laboratory for chemical assay, something they did not do in the 1970s. And we discovered something very interesting. It turns out there's a lot more uranium in these rocks than anybody ever expected or knew because of a phenomenon called disequilibrium. The probes that were used in the 1970s, these are like Geiger counters almost. And then the probes that we used a year ago, they do not pick up all the uranium. So we have jumped ahead now. This is a project that was already going to be a large-scale mine starting in 1983. Based on a very conservative estimate of the amount of uranium in the ground. We did our drilling 11 months ago, our laboratory work, and we have a lot more uranium. So now it's time to press ahead. The value of our company is increasing very rapidly, and you can see the price of uranium is now climbing again. And so we're advancing the project. It's exciting times. And also a few days ago, we released very exciting news release. It's just being digested by the market. There was an estimate by the U.S. Department of Energy in 1982. This is after all the work of the 1970s, that we may have up to 655 million pounds of uranium in our area, at our project. And this is an enormous amount of uranium. It would make us certainly one of the largest projects in North America. And it makes us one of the largest projects in North America, and that's just being absorbed by the market. So Myriad is a very exciting company right now.
650 million pounds.
I know. The amount is crazy. So we don't have all of that acreage. We have, there's a smaller area in the middle where the estimate is 246 million pounds, and we have 70% of that acreage, of that area. But we also have more mineralized zones outside of that. So really, we actually have a really good portion of the 650 million pounds that is estimated. People have to look at the news release for the details, but we've jumped now. We are moving up, and we're one of the most exciting uranium companies in the United States now.
Okay, so now you want to prove these 650 million, or let's say a little bit less, maybe?
You know,
Half of
we'll
it
start
would
with
be cool.
100 million. We'll start with 100 million.
That means drilling.
It means
So
drilling.
what are plans for the next 6 to 12 months?
Yeah, we're going to start with more targeted drilling. So we have already our targets. This new information, the new report that we just got, is going to help us adjust our plan a little bit to be even more accurate and to find more uranium in the zones we didn't know about before. And then step by step, we're going to have to spend money, raise money, spend money on drilling, and we will do that. So we're going to have to confirm all these pounds that we've been talking about.
So first, Copper Mountain is the pure flagship project, but you have also another project. It's called Red Basin in New Mexico.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
Yeah, that basin probably holds up to 45 million pounds. It's sandstone, roll front. We have almost all of the historic drilling in the basin, which is about 1,000 holes. We have it. We definitely have confirmed mineralization. And now we have to go there, and all that drilling that's historic, we have to go do our own drilling to confirm it. It's a smaller project now, but it all has big potential. So it's kind of it's a company-making project on its own, but it's smaller and needs more development than the Wyoming project.
Okay. Last question. What are your feelings about the current situation of the uranium sector?
I'm very excited. I put a lot of my own money into this sector and our company, especially our company, myself, and it's because I'm very optimistic. The world consumes 200 million pounds a year, but only produces 160 million pounds. And there's no solution to that. No near-term or medium-term solution, so you can't help but be optimistic. And with the new politics in the United States, things have changed. They produce roughly 1 million pounds a year in the US, but they consume 40 to 50 million pounds a year. And there's this real push in the United States to produce the uranium inside the United States. Whether it's a good idea or not, that's what they have in mind. So there's a huge amount of money, federal money, state money, private money, venture capital. It's all flooding in. So you want to be inside the United States. So, I mean, the best possible thing that can happen is for you to be inside the United States in the uranium business. I think, prices are going to go up and the money is there.
So exciting times for uranium investors,
I think so.
especially in the United States.
I think so.
Especially in Wyoming.
Especially in Wyoming. And if you have appetite for a little bit of risk, I think that our company, Myriad, could generate the biggest return out of the uranium juniors. We have the most torque available because we have this huge uranium endowment. It's in the ground. We know the mineralization is there. And as the price of uranium rises, we get big leverage on that.
Okay. So we keep all fingers crossed and
Thank
wish
you.
you all the best for the next months to prove huge uranium resource.
Yeah, we're very excited. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Thomas Lamb, the CEO of Myriad Uranium. You heard it. He may have a very, very huge uranium resource in one of the best jurisdictions for uranium, the United States and in Wyoming. And yeah, I would say check out this interesting company, and bye-bye from Munich.